Hi there, my name's Andre Foster and I'm a pre-service teacher, and today I'll be putting forward my own continuing educational philosophy. So what is philosophy? This being a very vague question, the Sage Handbook of Philosophy of Education states, all hope in receiving a quick, simple and direct answer had to be abandoned. For the philosopher will suggest that the questions cannot be answered without the meaning of philosophy has been clarified. With this, in my presentation, I'll be talking about my teaching philosophy relevant to why I want to be a teacher and what and how will I teach. I look to find my learning teaching philosophy via inspiration from philosophers, scholars, and even people around me with lifetime experiences such as my mother. Much like the game of basketball, which I feel I have an extended understanding of, and my inspiration to become a teacher, I can relate this to my teaching philosophy. The first step in picking up basketball is getting a physical feel for the basketball. This can be compared to the teaching and students gaining a feel for each other in the classroom at the start of a new year. Much like how philosopher Bell Hooks, adapted and driven by her eagerness to learn, overlooked and continued to work hard when challenged by being integrated to a new school that was the complete opposite to her previous school. The next step is to find what aspects of basketball you enjoy, such as shooting, blocking, or playing in the paint, and what position you'd like to play. This is like for me as my pedagogical decision making as a teacher to intend on providing aspects and teaching practices in the classroom for the children to enjoy by matching students' likings and preferred ways of learning. I will do this through developing strong relationships which will help me find interests. As the great Gandhi once said, a teacher who establishes rapport with the taught becomes one with them, learns more from them than he teaches them. He who learns nothing from his disciples is, in my opinion, worthless. Of my students, like in basketball, to achieve the best, the team must have a strong and valued relationship. Knowing your students, students knowing you, and students knowing each other are important means to valuing others. This helps create a positive learning environment to encourage growth and for me to act as a facilitator instead of traditional ways of a teacher to student dominance. I feel like it is important for a student and teacher relationship to be respectful and caring to one another. With my experience with a teacher in the past that respected and cared for me while I was going through school had a massive impact on me and even influenced me to go on to study education at university. Carl Buhner once said that they may forget what you said, but they never forget how you made them feel. Caring for students gives them a sense of respect and security, which will drive them to pay more attention, complete tasks, and overall be a more driven student. The Queensland Code of Ethics for Teaching states, "We demonstrate care by committing to students' well-being and learning through the practice of positive influence, professional judgment, and empathy in practice." Whether you're a point guard with extreme handles, a keen eye, and knowing how to set up team plays, or a small forward making assists. This relates to knowing the school curriculum, whether it be formal or hidden. My teaching philosophy will influence what I want to teach, the content what I teach, and how I teach the curriculum in appropriate ways. If you're a shooting guard, learning how to accurately shoot from a range of different points on the court, or a center that blocks the opponent's shots. This relates to how in every classroom there will be differences. With this, I want my students to gain the ability to be aware and recognize factors such as gender, socioeconomics, stereotypes, family form, cultural background, and cultural identity, and to block these factors out in a way that they are to be seen as accepted and to help reach social justice. The impacts of these factors have to be understood and adapted to. Bell Hooks said, "To teach in a manner that respects and cares for the souls of our students is essential if we are to provide the necessary conditions where learning can most deeply and intimately begin." The last aspect of basketball is to continue to train and reach for better goals. This relates to how it will be a challenge and take time to change and build those metaphoric walls for the classroom rules. Training also reflects how my teaching philosophy will continue to change as I further my studies and experience to become the influential teacher I aspire to be. Now I want you to think about your teaching philosophy in contrast to mine. Hopefully I've inspired you to maybe adopt some aspects of my teaching philosophy into your own. Thank you.